Okay, so my name's Pete Brown. I'm also known as Pete the Street because I paint paintings on the street. So I'm an artist. I've been painting professionally for, 30 years. This was probably the first one I did of this lot, and that's Parrots. We're near Parrots Park. It's just in there. For the dentist, the NHS queue. Do you remember that one? This was obviously Gorge again. This again is North Street, I think. The one thing that keeps me coming back to painting in oils is the fact that it's so pliable, and you don't have to, well, I don't have a technique, so you can fuck up all the time and you can keep going at it until hopefully it works, I think. Some word verbs. If I only had one season of paint for the rest of my life or for the next year, it would of course be winter. Because I'm a miserable bugger. I love grey days, and actually, yeah, winter, but without that low sun. You can get rid of that messy stuff, heat it. So what would I tell my younger self when I first started oil painting? I'd like to say, Pete, you're a bit shit, you know. But that arrogance and thinking you're better than you are is quite good because you keep doing it. And I would say to myself, just watch that bloody rut, keep out of that rut. Just keep looking, Brown, and keep questioning, and don't get comfortable. You know, you've got to stay uncomfortable. Yeah, just watch. If you're comfortable and you're thinking this is lovely, you're in trouble, mate. Favourite landscape painter is landscape, cityscape really. He's a guy called Christopher Chimp Chamberlain. Look him up. And my favourite portrait painter, I would say actually, he's a bit off piste. I say Ruskin Spear. It's my favourite portrait painter. Yeah. The hardest thing about painting in cities is movement, really, is constantly changing. It's traffic. Fucking nightmare at times. Great and a nightmare. In the way, buses. Well, I tell you what, the best place for me to exhibit my work would be where I've done it. That's what I would like to do. So I would like to have an exhibition, right, of paintings on easels painted where they were painted. So like this Bristol exhibition would be like a tour of Bristol. Okay, so there's one painting that I would kind of, I suppose, retrieve from a fire or something, the one painting of mine. And actually, bizarrely, it would be a studio painting that I did in here. It was quite a big painting that took over quite a long time to do. I think it's got Ned in it, it's got the mantelpiece, and I think it's, I think I kind of got, technically, it was quite alright, and it's got some emotion in it. Yeah, if there's something I try and evoke in a painting, a human thing I try and evoke in a painting, it's, I always say it, but everyday life, and just us getting on with things. Sense of place. So one thing that I want people to take away from my paintings is a sense of place. Either, God, I'd like to go there, or yeah, that's what I know that place, and that's what that's like. Is the one thing I'm currently working on improving? Yeah, actually, in my life, yeah, it's listening to people, and it's it's not the Pete Brown monologue. Sometimes other people have interesting things to say. The one thing that scares me the most, well, I'm terrified of heights, and Lisa. So if there's one rule I live my life by, it's stop talking about it and just fucking do it. And I shat my pants when about 20 yards away, 3 workmen were stood there. One of them picked up a police cone, really directional, and he just shouted at the top of his voice, "Put down the pallet and step away from the easel!" And I shat myself. And the best thing was they'd completely pissed themselves laughing, and I dropped the pallet and walked away from the easel. I thought that's just quite witty. I think when people say witty things, it just makes me laugh.